Hello guys and welcome to the 4th episode of Rome 2 Underrated Units. For the ones that don't know, this is a series where I will discuss units that are not really known or not really used in the game, while I think they are pretty good or fun to use. So last time we looked at the Illyrian hoplites. If you haven't seen that episode, you can click the screen right now to check that one out first. So today we're doing a special Wrath of Sparta DLC dedicated episode. And that means that this unit is not recruitable in multiplayer and custom battles and can only be used in the Wrath of Sparta campaign. I can already tell you that this is probably the most overpowered unit we've ever done in this series, so stay tuned for that. The unit we're looking at today is the Skiritai, and this is a medium spear infantry unit available to the Spartans. They are recruitable from a level 3 barracks in the Wrath of Sparta campaign. A lot of people skip the Skiritai because their price and stats seem way weaker than the Spartan hoplites and Perioke hoplites, who are both recruitable from a barracks level 2. However, I found their enormous advantage and we will dive into that later. This spear unit is a hybrid unit as well. This means that it is also a skirmisher attack unit. That is also the reason why I'm going to compare their stats with the two real spears, so you can see the exact differences to the same type of units basically. As I've expressed before, the Tyreal spears are a very deadly unit as well. The Skiritai is very cheap, as you can see. They only cost 340 talents, while a Tyreal spear costs 560 talents, excuse me. A significant price increase obviously. The stats are very similar though. The only main differences are in the armor and morale department. The Skiritai lacks morale for a Greek spear unit. This means that they are very vulnerable to missile fire. However, they do have 10 more morale to keep them longer on the field. Just considering the stats, we can already see that the Skiritai is an extremely cost-effective unit. Their price is just a joke when you look at their stats, but there is even more to surprise you later. If we take a look at the abilities, we notice that they do not have access to any formation, so no hoplite wall and no square formations for the Skiritai. This makes them somewhat more vulnerable to cavalry charges, especially when considering how low their armor is. But they do have access to formation attack and are a disciplined unit, which means that the Skiritai don't suffer a morale penalty when the Spartan general dies. Now we're getting into the interesting part, and this will be quite amazing. As I've told you earlier in the video, the Skiritai has a separate missile attack. This missile attack has the same stats as a normal Tyreal spear, except for one key difference: their ammo. Hybrid units like Tyreal spears always have access to 5 ammo, so this also accounts for Iberian swordsmen and all those other guys. Normal skirmishers have 7 ammo. However, the Skiritai has 10 ammunition. This is really an insane amount for a hybrid unit like this, and especially when looking at their price. Having twice the ammo of a normal Tyreal spears unit is just insane. Twice the ammo, more than normal skirmishers. This immediately grants us a great strategy to use them. Make use of their javelins as much as possible. It is a waste to throw them into melee when they have so many javelins remaining. You can get over 100 kills with javelins only just because of their insane ammunition. And because of the Skiritai being a hybrid unit, they can also hold their ground in a melee engagement. And remember, all this for just the price of 340 talents. It's just insane. Now I understand why these units are not a multiplayer, because this one will be insanely overpowered. I advise everyone to recruit them into your Spartan armies, and even though it looks like they are pretty weak compared to earlier units, they really aren't. They really aren't. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Underrated Units, and I hope you found this video useful. As always, please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed it. It always helps me to make more in the future. So thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time.